Yo, what's up? It's Pika calling in. Sunday night, you guys. Staring down at another Monday morning. Actually, it's already Monday morning. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. To tell you the truth, I fell asleep early. I couldn't keep my eyes open. Baby girl and I were sitting down watching a movie. I was doing her hair. And guess what? She fell asleep while I was doing her hair because it was just taking too long. I very stupidly started her hair a little bit too late. It was partly my fault, partly her fault. We weren't ready to do her hair tonight, but I needed to because, new week, she needs to look fly, right? Anyway, I started off doing micro twists. And micro is probably the whole damn problem. That's probably why I'm still awake right now. Anyway, so got her stuff done, had to carry her back into bed, and came back out here, and I had every intention of doing this podcast 2.5 hours ago. Yeah, it didn't happen. So I laid down to think about what it is I wanted to talk about and just promptly fell off to sleep. Not sure what happened to wake me up, but yeah, here I am. I'm up. I finally ate dinner just 10 minutes ago. And got to thinking about what it is I wanted to talk about. And yeah, I feel like I say the same things over and over again. I tend to repeat myself is what I feel like. I feel like some days I get up and I want to do this podcast. I want to talk to you guys, but I feel like, well, damn, I've done said it all, haven't I? Haven't I covered everything? Like, what else could there possibly be for me to talk about? And today, y'all know Gary Vee, right? Gary Vee's the man. He's the oracle. He's the guy. He's like the idiot whisperer. He can get all of us fired up and ready to go do stuff. Okay. I was off today. Got a lot done. I did a lot of housework. Went outside because I had to go get some stuff ready for this TV show that I'm getting ready to host as well. Wendy has been gracious enough to give me the chance to be a host on her very own syndicated talk show, and I had to think about the format. I got to think about, how I'm going to do this because honestly, I am a shoestring budget solopreneur. And if you think about it, I can't really afford to do very much right now, but if I trust Gary and what he's saying, your story is all that matters. Okay? And it doesn't matter if you look like shit, the lighting is bad, if the message is there, that's all that matters. And that's actually why, that's the whole, the one sentence worth of premise that I started this whole podcast on. He said, doesn't matter how bad it sounds. It doesn't matter what the sound quality is like, if there's static noise, if there's a fan in the background, whatever. If the content is good, that's all that matters. And you know what? That's why I started. Because I can't afford to do all the pro stuff right now. And I'm not looking for the pro stuff. I just want to go ahead and start getting my message out. So yeah, I went out, I bought the material I want for the backdrop of this TV show. I had to think about the format. I talked to my cousin over in Melbourne, and we kind of brainstormed a little bit and got the format down. And I had to talk to my best friend out in Sri Lanka and find out if he knew anything about stitching together audio and video, because there's a particular interview I gave a couple of days ago that I wanted to go ahead and clip and share with everybody on my own social media page to kind of promote what's going on, our collaboration, me and Wendy, the kind of things that we're getting ready to roll out here soon. And unfortunately, when I downloaded the video, it downloaded separately. So I had the audio file and I had the video file, and no way to stitch or marry them together, if you will. But even then, there's a lot of editing I need to do, because my piece of that interview doesn't start until 33 minutes into the whole damn thing. It was an hour-long live happy hour that we had going on Instagram. So it's a little complicated, but I'm going to get there, damn it, because I don't know who can help me with this, and I can't send you the file and get you to do it for me, so I'm going to do it my damn self. But I reached out to the people that I know probably have some experience in this area, and just to get some recommendations on programs that might work, or, free something from somewhere that might be able to help me along. And I did. I tried one program that was recommended to me, but it doesn't look like that's going to work, because the free version can only entitles you to 3 minutes of video to edit. And since I have an hour and a half or so to edit, that's not going to work. Eventually, my interview itself was only 3 minutes, but I have to cut the whole damn thing down and then stitch the two together. So yeah, that's not going to work. So here I am looking at Adobe Premiere on my Creative Cloud to see if I can add that in. It's actually not that expensive. It's $20 a month, which, I mean, if you look at it, renting it per month is kind of stupid, but whatever, that'll work for now. So here's what I really want to talk about. Your story. Your story matters, right? It doesn't matter how good the content, it doesn't matter how good the production of your content is. It doesn't matter about the lighting, it doesn't matter about your makeup, it doesn't matter if, you have weird 80s hair, whatever. If you've got good content, people will come, right? So, the title for tonight's podcast, episode 105, is There's More. Because I need everyone to realize that, yes, our story matters, okay? Where we came from, how we got here, what exactly motivated us to start doing something in the first place, but more importantly, how much you're willing to give up in order to make that dream come true. I mean, a lot of people have been through a lot, man. I've been through a lot. I've moved to 5 different countries. I've learned 7 different languages. I've lived in all sorts of places. I've been to 10 different schools, 9 different schools, 10 different times, 5 different countries, all before I hit 8th grade. Once I got to 8th grade, I did okay. I was a complete nerd. Didn't have a lot of friends. People usually come hit me up for homework. That's pretty much the only reason they talk to me. Unless, of course, they're trying to cheat during tests. Yes, I was that girl. I wanted friends. What can I say? I wanted to be normal. And then I realized, why? Tetris taught us that once you fit in, you kind of disappear, right? Yeah, well, I learned that the hard way and then realized I didn't want to fit in. So, I could go on and on about, oh my God, I lived through this and I lived through that and I lived through this. Okay, great. So you did that, but so did a million other people. So what's different about you? A lot of people are content with that. Oh my God, my life was difficult. Oh my God, I hate my job. Oh my gosh, my family sucks. They don't like me. They don't treat me well. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that's not good. I'm not saying that's not bad. I'm not saying that, oh my gosh, shut up. Your story's not that important. That's not at all what I'm saying. What else is there? What are you going to do about it? How you going to fix this? How you going to use this to help other people? That's what I want to know. I'm like the biggest cliche ever. At least that's how I feel, right? Super strict Indian family. Lots and lots of standards. Classically trained, Carnatic music, Bharatanatyam. Went to college, undergrad in psychology, master's in education, PHRM certification, all kinds of stuff. I did it, man. I did everything I could to please my parents. But here I am, a statistic, a single parent, divorced. Not something that's considerably all that favorable when you think about it. Most people will look at you and be like, oh, yeah, she's an example of what not to be, so just steer clear of her. She's a bad influence, without even getting to know me. That's your prerogative. That's how you want to protect your kids, whatever, fine. But it is what it is. I can't really change that. I know who I am. I know the kind of person I am. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I do on a daily basis, and that's enough for me. My daughter knows who I am. That's enough for me. Okay? So you have a story. Will that be it? That's your story? Will you hide behind your story? Will you broadcast your story? And I'm not saying broadcast it like, oh yeah, I need pity. My life sucks. Please feel sorry for me. I know people like that too. I know people that will lead with, oh, but I had a rough life and I was molested as a child. I am on the autistic spectrum. I have a heart condition. Don't expect that much out of me. I know people like that. People that will set the bar so damn low so that when they pass it, you think, wow, fuck, they are freaking amazing. Only to realize, if you stick by them and really get to know them a little bit, you realize later that I don't know about all that shit they bragged about or, broadcasted up front. I think that was a pity plan. I don't think that's really the reason that they did that. Most people with a trauma don't lead with the trauma. Most people are very, very shy once they've been traumatized, once they've lived through some stuff. Very shy, very quiet, very private about what's going on in their life. When they get to meet new people, they usually don't lead with, this is all the bad things that happened to me. They usually are very cautious. They're very, very pessimistic. very reserved, want to observe who you are, what you are, try and like gauge your energy first before they want to come out and tell you who they are. And that's fine, that's normal. I think that shows you that they've been burned a couple times. They're a little bit, once bitten, twice shy kind of thing. I was like that. I wasn't sure how to come out and say what I'd lived through, and I wasn't sure who would laugh at me, who would believe me, who would be like, yeah, okay, whatever. Right, try me again. It's not easy to talk about that stuff. That stuff is messy. That stuff is not socially accepted. It's getting there. It really wasn't when I first came out and told my story. But it's getting there. It's not quite where it should be, but it's getting there. I'm looking forward to a life where community is once again important to people. Where it takes a village to raise a child is like important again. If everybody is looking out for their neighbors, seriously, just looking out for their neighbors, I think the world would be a better place. Every man to himself right now is pretty much the culture, and I don't see how that's going to help anybody. This is where I think I'm the only person who does this, but if I walk through, the station, like I have to walk through the interchange basically every morning to get back to the train so I can get on my way to work. And every once in a while I see a child just walking by themselves, and I'm looking around like, where is this child's parent? And I'm not saying like child like they're 10 or 11. I'm talking about like 5, 6, 7 years old, walking through the station by themselves, and I don't see nobody, like, not a soul near them that even looks remotely like they might be related or care about where this child is going. And I'm like, I want to stop, but I don't want to get in trouble either. Like, I hate that feeling. My gut instinct is to stop and make sure this kid knows where he's going. He's okay. Just check on him. But then it's like inappropriate now too, because you could, I don't know. It's, I want that back, you guys. I want that back. I want to know that, if anything were to happen, that somebody would be willing to look out for me, look out for my daughter. Anyway, I just think that there's more. There's always more to the story. So yeah, okay, you've been through some stuff. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I feel badly that you've lived through those things. But the point is you lived, right? So now what are you going to do? Obviously, you've passed that stage in your life. Those things happened. It's in the past. You've moved. You're moving forward, but some people aren't ready to move as far forward as they could. They're not ready to leave it behind. They want to keep it close. They want to hold that pain as close as possible. They want that to be like what is that word? The defining factor to who they are. I don't want that to define me. In 6 months, okay, when I have, 200 episodes to this podcast, I want you to be able to go back and say, you know what? Okay, yeah, she's been through some shit. She's doing something with her life. She's trying, like continuously trying. She won't ever give up. Her persistence is like unheard of. She will not give up. I want you to see that while I've explained all of these little things that have hurt me, that have left scars, that have broken me somehow, that no matter what they were, yeah, I remember them, but I'm not keeping them close. That's not the billboard that hangs on my chest that says, this is who I am. That's not it. I want you to be able to see my name and recognize what I stand for. And I don't know how to describe what I think I stand for, and obviously you'll probably have a different idea of what I stand for, but there's more. There's more to me than just this instance. I am more than just a mom. I'm more than just a sister, an ex-wife, an ex-girlfriend, ex-fiance, ex-friend, cousin, aunt, niece. I'm more than just an employee. I am more than just an advocate for happiness, for gratefulness. I'm more than a yoga teacher. I'm more than a homeschool mom. I am more. There's more. There's more. What I've realized is, yeah, I have 24 hours. You have to sleep at some point. But in that 24 hours, there's so much I could accomplish if I just apply myself. If I have myself organized to a point where I can just apply everything, man, I can get some shit accomplished, really. I mean, honestly, this morning, I was dreading getting up and like doing housework. I wasn't sure if I had to go to work or not. I didn't get the message until about, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock maybe. But even then, I was dragging my heels this morning. I just didn't want to get out of bed. I want to sleep for a week, you guys, but I don't have a week to go sleep. Baby girl was home today. I wanted to spend time with her. I had to leave the house and go do some work. I had to make sure that, I went and got the backdrop. I went and got, she needs patent leather black shoes for her graduation performance. So I had to go get those because the graduation performance is in 2 weeks. I'm actually really excited and nervous at the same time. But yeah, went and got that stuff sorted out today. Went and got my backdrop. We went and looked at material in Spotlight because she loves arts and crafts, and so do I, but we don't actually get to go out and source materials and stuff like that. We normally just use stuff around the house, so like empty containers, toilet rolls, paper, tape, glue, pens, like just regular, everyday stuff to create stuff with. And she was thrilled looking at all the different materials. She was like dreaming up, hey, this material would be really great as a skirt. You can make maybe a shirt with this. We could, make bean bags, whatever. It was nice to spend that kind of time with her. But even then, that's 24 hours. So I made sure that I didn't leave the house until I had certain things done. We woke up at maybe 9 something, had breakfast by 10. I made French toast. It doesn't take that much. If you think about everything, it doesn't take that much effort. It doesn't take that much time to complete these things. I prayed as always. I start with my prayers. I went ahead and set the kettle to boil. I put in the laundry. I cleaned the vacuum cleaner today. Now, the one thing that really does piss me off a little bit is all the vacuum cleaners in Singapore are still bag vacuum cleaners, and they're the ones that like roll on the floor with like an elephant trunk kind of arm for the vacuum itself. I hate those. I miss uprights. I really do. With the the bagless canisters where you can just dump everything and start over again. I don't think Singaporeans realize that those bags are flammable. I mean, it's all dust. All you got to do is set one little spark and it's done. The whole thing would damn blow up. But I guess it takes for someone's to blow up for it to hit the news, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, bagless uprights maybe. Anyway, cleaned the vacuum cleaner. I emptied the bag, I cleaned the filter, everything, and it was like a major difference in the way it cleaned afterwards. Cleaned all the rooms in the house. I would have mopped the floor as well, but we were getting closer to lunchtime and she was hungry. I did not cook today. There are things I don't get to do. Some things that I just didn't have time. Her hair took a lot of time. And then in the meantime, some telemarketer person came to the door, scared the crap out of both of us. And then we ended up having to answer like this long ass survey about the People's Party and grassroots leaders and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what does this have to do with anything? Why you ask me? And I tried to like play it off like, I'm not the owner of this house. My mom is, and she's not here right now. But they're like, no, it's okay, you answer. And I was like, fuck, never mind. So in the meantime, baby girl's hair dried up, and she was super pissed because when her hair dries, you can't put a brush through it. You can't get a brush through it. There's just no way. So I had to like get my spray bottle out and re-wet her hair and partition her hair and go slow. And she was so upset. But the thing is, I got a lot done today. I've been meddling with, video editing software all day, and then I finally was like, I can't sit in front of my computer anymore. I need to get her hair done. I pulled in all the laundry. I made sure everything was folded and put away. I got a lot done, but even then I feel like I didn't get enough done. I could have done more. Yeah, absolutely, I could have probably done more, but I'm okay. Right now, it is 2 o'clock on Monday morning, and I am okay with what I did yesterday. I will be fine. And I will get more done tomorrow, God willing. I refuse to be labeled. I refuse to be pigeonholed. I refuse to fit into one particular box. There is so much to me, and that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, honestly, yeah, I could put my daughter in piano lessons, but that means I have to commute back and forth and go get all these things done and make sure that, you know, she practices when she gets home. And it's a lot of hassle. It's a lot of stress. And you tend to lose the enjoyment of actually playing a musical instrument at that point. But you know what I did instead? I was very lucky. I'm super grateful. I had a hand-me-down organ. And I have freaking YouTube. The first lesson she took on YouTube, she learned how to play hot cross buns, and she's never been more thrilled in her life. And you know what? To this day, we haven't had, you know, consistent lessons. She's had 3 lessons maybe so far. And it's maybe been, I don't know, 3-4 months since she first had that first lesson. And she still remembers how to play hot cross buns. She will show you with her fingers on her leg, like on her knee or whatever, how to play hot cross buns. I'm super proud of her. But this is what I'm saying. We live in the information age. Everything is on the internet. There's no damn excuse, you guys. If you don't know, ask somebody who might know to shed some light, to give you some guidance, tell you where to look if you're missing like a keyword or something. And then go learn it for yourself. No one's going to do this shit for you. They're too obsessed with their own lives. It's fine. It's just the way it is. Go learn it for yourself. I am self-taught for the most part. I taught myself how to cook. I taught myself how to sew. I taught myself how to knit and crochet. Yeah, I don't know who knits and crochets anymore, but I do. I taught myself how to homeschool my daughter. When the opportunity presented itself, I taught myself how to become a science curriculum writer for PG through K2, which is 3-year-olds all the way up to 6-year-olds. Yeah. I taught myself how to podcast. I still don't know if I'm doing it right, but fuck it. I'm doing it. I'm teaching myself how to market my business. Taught myself how to create a website. It doesn't hurt that I'm a little tech savvy. I'm not brilliant, but I'm persistent as hell. There is more to me, and I know there's more to you. So whatever you've been through, honestly, I am sorry. You have my sincerest apologies and sympathies for whatever trauma you've lived through. But the point is you lived through it. It's done. I'm hoping it's done. I'm hoping you're not still in an abusive relationship somewhere or you're still going through some stuff. If you are, again, my deepest sympathies. And please, please do your best to get out of there in one piece. It's easier said than done. They pull at your heartstrings every time. Trust me, I know. I second guessed myself for the better part of 2 years before I finally got out of there. Okay? It's not fun. It's not easy. But no one said it would be. And so many of us would rather give up and roll over and just okay, you know what? I know what the situation is going to be like today because it was the same thing yesterday, and I like comfortable. I like knowing what's going to happen next. It's not fun. I don't like it. They treat me like shit. But you know what? I know this. I understand this. I'm not ready for any change. I know that feeling too. And wherever you are in your journey, do the best you can. Okay? But this does not define who you are, unless that's the way you want it. It doesn't have to be. Me as a brand, I'm hoping that one day you look back and you're like, wow, you know what? All right, she did it. She showed us. She told us every step along the way. Every time she tripped and fumbled, she told us. I have nothing to hide, you guys. Yeah, it's my journey. Yeah, it's meant to be private. And some parts of it are. You won't know every damn detail. I'm not stupid. But the major lessons that I take away from each day, absolutely. It's all yours. For free. There's more to your life. Once you figure that out, there's a little bit of freedom that comes with that. You're supposed to write your own story. You are the author of your story. You're the hero of your life. This is your movie. There is no fairy godmother. Prince Charming may be stuck in a tree, you may have to go help him, okay? That's just the reality right now. You are it. You're meant to rescue yourself. Yeah, of course, there'll be people around you to motivate you, to remind you that, yeah, you do have that spark, you do have that light, you are deserving of love, of attention, of affection. You are deserving. But you got to put in the work. No one else can do that shit for you. No one else will. As much as my mom would like to, learn my lessons for me, so to speak, she can't. I've got to learn the lesson. Or that situation will present itself over and over and over and over again until I learn the lesson. I've got to put in the work. I got to dig deep. That's just the way it is. There is more to you. There's more. You have more left in you. You're not done yet. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Don't wave the white flag. Don't. What is that poem? Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage against the dying of the light. Fight. Redefine who you are. Redefine your life. You set the rules. I know you got this. You just gotta find that spot where you feel so comfortable and confident. Well, that's all the rant I have for you today. But I'm hoping somewhere along the line that I made sense, that I maybe hit a nerve, that I maybe pissed you off enough for you to rethink your life. Maybe look at it one more time and be like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm not this problem. I'm more than that. You are a spirit. You are a piece of source energy. You're like a drop of water in an ocean. The same thing that makes up the ocean is contained within that one drop of water. Fight back. Take back control of your life. If you consistently blame everybody else for the problems in your life, there's no way it will ever be solved. Because you're still waiting on those other people who are causing all these other problems to fix all your